Alright, in this week's episode I bring you the bunny blasters. Heck yeah! Woo! Alright, KLR 650. Doesn't matter what year, they're all the same. Newer ones are just shinier. One thing in common with every motorcycle ever made, headlights awful. Alright. Earlier attempt at fixing this was not successful. I've got an LED bulb in there. I think it used to be better. Now it's not so good. My biggest problem is I haven't yet memorized where every bump is on the road. And the rabbits do not want to play along. They are in different spots every day. About 5:30. I don't see too good at 5:30 in the morning. Also, it's windy, so sorry. These are very similar to the ones that are on the truck. In fact, these are better than the ones on the truck because these have a better focus on them. I'd like to use this. There's a screw hole right here, or a screw. So if I can just drop one of these right there, I'd be totally okay with that. However, there's another option. Amazon, using their artificial intelligence stuff, has figured out that I like lights, and so they keep sending me reminders that they have other lights that I haven't bought yet. Like, I should buy all of their lights. I'm working in that direction. Now, this is completely ridiculous, and I'm okay with that. So this is a very good possibility here. Anywhere about there would be about right. I played with this earlier, and I'm surprisingly okay with it. So the beginning is always the fun part, where everything's a possibility until you eventually prove that it can't work. So we're in the fun stage still. So what would it take to get this to mount there, right? We could do something like that, come out. That actually might be good enough for the first try. We came out, bent it back. So for now, I'm just kind of seeing what range I can get out of the brackets and go from there. So what I've discovered, that yes, by turning the bracket around, I can watch things blow away in the wind. I can at least get a mounting hole in the right direction. So that's step one. So that's good. My goal for today is get this thing hanging here, a wire plugged in, turned on, and then test it tomorrow morning on the way to work. And then evaluate, do I want to go further with this, or should I go with the little ones? This was kind of a clever design, really. They engineered this with a slot in the extrusion, so this is like one solid piece. And they make these in any size, and then just chop it off and then put the lights inside. So you loosen this up, this bracket can go anywhere then. That I like. Parts of this I'm kind of love-hate, but that part's okay. So now what I can do is kind of figure out where the center of this thing is. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, so that's the center. Hold it to a magical spot. Probably about there. You want to tilt it down a little bit. Let's go with that. It came about this naturally. I grew up with a mechano set. So keep it as short as we can. Come there, one here, turn, pick up that one. That might work. Find a hole that's close, cut it through the hole because it's faster. If you're using this kind of stuff anyway, you probably don't got your good tools where you can find them, so this makes it quick and easy. So I'm figuring I'm going to cut it there, use that hole, come to about here, bend it on that, and then I got this one and this one to choose from. I'll probably end up using that one. If I like where that one sits, I'll do the same on the other side and then see how close I am. You hope this isn't your final product. This is just good enough to get you to where you can see if it's going to work. Then you cut real metal and make something nice, or you just spray paint this black and says it it came with the bike and you don't know where it came from. Deny everything. I sometimes think that when you do something this way, you should feel guilty about it. I mean, this is not your best work probably, but don't spend a lot of time in anguish about it. Just know that you'll do better next time and then move on. Nice stout looking bumper, approximately 90 degrees. Looks like an anvil to me. trick is going to be matching the second one. But there, go straight in line. It's pretty much parallel to the headlight. Could have guessed that. Oh my goodness, look at that. That actually could work. The nice thing is that the brackets on the light can move a little bit. That's remarkably centered. For this operation, not only am I wearing safety glasses, but I have taken the time to find my gloves. So there's a good chance of something going horribly wrong here. But to keep balance in the universe, I picked the gloves with holes in them. I'm going to get you back to a safe distance. Because I think some days this camera might be worth more than the motorcycle, but it's actually not. Alright, slightly bigger. Yeah, that'll work. We'll ignore the part that's too big. Undo. Stepper bit. I've showed these before. This one's actually got numbers on it. I don't look at the numbers, but there is numbers there that tell you how big it is. That would be pointless, because that's probably a metric bolt going into maybe a standard size hole, so we just go until it fits. It doesn't really matter. Size is irrelevant. Next, we'll pretend that we deburred that hole so it's less dangerous. Oh yeah, that's nice and sloppy. That'll make it easier to put together. Despite the fact I've stopped the camera many times on this project, this is not taking too long. See, it's beautiful. Like many of the projects I do, I cannot recommend anybody does it this way. Ever. In fact, I think the subtitle of my show should be, "Please don't do this. This is a bad idea." Because the bike is bent, finding a center point is tricky. Tell me if the light comes on. I take it by your stunned look. It is. It did. Oh, wow. Does the pathetic charging system on a KLR 650 put out enough to run these things? I have my doubts. Yeah. At this point, I am inclined to say close enough for now. I have not bothered to look. This probably isn't legal most places. I have noticed though in Texas, everybody's got these lights. Up on top of the lights, top of the cab, above the headlights, below the headlights. In some places, you're not allowed to have them anywhere above the headlight, right? But I haven't seen a lot of people worried about that here. I'm not saying that's not the case, it's just there's so many people buying these because they're so cheap now. The old KC highlighters, they were kind of expensive, so not a lot of people bought them. I don't really see that. It's there, but it's not in my field of view at all, you know. I actually probably am, here, so you can see the little thing sticking out the side. I don't think that's really going to bug me. This is the one that I would cut off because I got it one hole too long. And I think what my plan will be is to make a second hole where my finger is here through the plastic, just to give it a little bit of a little more support. Alright, this goes nicely with my earlier statement of I should feel guilty about doing this kind of thing. So we're using some currently available double-sided sticky tape, 3M brand, good stuff. Came with one of my Walmart whiteboards, I think. So, okay, let's put it down maybe here. How about that? That might actually get through the day. I do not have long-term expectations, but that might actually work. Might actually be okay. Next thing I'm going to do is find some zip ties somewhere. I know I've got a million of them, it's just a matter of where. Alright, in this week's episode I bring you the bunny blasters. Heck yeah! Woo! It's It's a little known fact that bunnies can technically be in 3 different directions at one time because they're interdimensional beings. If you doubt me, drive on a dark desert road some night. You'll know what I mean. Stay tuned. Yeah, oh my god. Okay, this is what I rode this morning going to work. Okay. You can barely see they were on half the time. Also, we got a dust storm out here right now. But man, this is going to be great. Oh yeah, big dust storm. Wow, I'm liking that. I mean, yeah. I think that was time well spent this afternoon. Alright, I'm going back inside. It's getting crappy out here. Alright, in this week's episode, I bring you the bunny blasters. Yeah. I should see if I'm in the frame now. I'll never pull that shot off again. Yeah, completely out of frame. Frick! Alright, in this week's episode I bring you the bunny blasters. Stay tuned.